What's going on, guys? This is Braden with Team Firing Squad coming at you with another video. Sorry it has been a while. I've kind of been doing other things. Modern format just didn't really interest me much anymore, so I've tried to get into older formats. So today I went to locals today. We had an Edison format tournament. Had a really great time. I went 3-0 undefeated. I did lose one game in each round, but of course side decking is complicated, especially when you're not familiar with different parts of the format. So I took first place playing Lightsworn, probably one of the best decks in the format, because JD, as you can see, best card. Played against Blackwing, or I played against Gadgets round 1. Then I played against Blackwings round 2 and Gladiator Beast round 3. All of them going to game 3. Side deck really coming in clutch, but definitely wanted to give you guys this profile. And then again, I also play hat format, so we're going to be trying to get more hat format content on here as well. But without further ado, let's get into the profile, guys. So to get started, 2 Judgment Dragon, only because it's at 2. Not once per turn. You can pay 1,000, destroy all cards in the field except for itself, and then also it mills for at the end of the turn, mandatory, which is fine, because a lot of times it puts your Necro Gardeners in grave, Plague Shredders in grave. But if you're summoning this, you should be trying to win the game here. Sometimes people do play Battle Fader, which a lot of players will play Battle Fader, especially in games 2 and 3, just to play around this. So the 1 Arcus, 2 Lumina. So these are going to be all the Lightsworns. This is kind of self-explanatory, or the generic ratios. 1 Lumina, because she is at 1. If you could play more than 1, I would, but she's only at 1. Kind of explain what they do once I get everything out of here. 3 Raikou, 2 Jane. A lot of people cut this to 1. I like it at 2 because it does help with consistency. Because it's good to see something like a big body, especially in Edison format, seeing a big body, especially when he can go up to 2100 when he swings. I think he's really good. And then 3 Celestia. A really good turbo card, especially with Wolf, who's awesome. So of course, everyone, if you don't know what Wolf does, when you summon from deck to graveyard, he summons himself, especially going second, you Foolish Burial into this, summon this, so you're milling 4 cards and popping 2 cards. So a lot of people don't expect seeing this turn 1, or there on your first turn, but I was able to resolve this a lot. It is also good bait for Starlight Road. So if they go into Starlight Road, to Stardust, you make JD, you swing over the Stardust, and then they can't bring it back, and then you just blow up the board continuously. So that's it for the Lightsworn lineup. Get these out of the way. To the non-engine, 2 Honest, self-explanatory, the deck's lights. 1 Card Trooper. It's good to get your mill started. It's also a 1900 beater, plus allows you a free draw when it dies. Pretty self-explanatory. 1 Plague Shredder, 1 Necro Gardener. This is the only tuner you play in the deck, so the extra deck is kind of hit or miss. It just really depends. It's very circumstantial on when you use this. A lot of times I've had people where they would see this hit grave, they DD Crow it, so then your extra deck's just kind of dead. But finishing off the monster count, 1 Gorge, 1 Tragodia. A lot of times, especially Tragodia is good because it doesn't have, you can have cards on board. It's just when you take damage, you can summon it, and then of course Gorge is when you have no cards. So if they clear your board, say with like an Absolute Zero or Heavy Storm, Lightning Vortex, whatever, and you have an empty board, it's just really good to be able to keep you from dying. That's it for the monster count. We're going to go into the spells. Lightsworn spells first, 3 Silver Recharge, 1 Charge Light Brigade because it's only at 1. Mill 3 Search, and then discard to draw 2, mill 2. Again, it's just really good for consistency. That's the one thing about Lightsworn, is it's a lot of unpredictable mills, but it's a lot of necessary mills. Gold Sarcophagus, just because you can get the JD out the deck before it gets milled, because there's not a lot of ways for you to bring it back. Cards like Monster Reincarnation, Pot of Avarice, but again, when you're milling, you don't know if you're going to see them or not. And then Foolish Burial, self-explanatory, send Wolf, or send, like, if you need a 4th name, you send whatever. I play 2 Monster Reincarnation, just because of the fact that I want to be able to get back JD, Honest, something that's going to give me more advantage, and I can get rid of a dead Wolf in hand. This is probably, that's the only reason why I play this, because if you draw Wolf, there's no real way to get rid of it unless you get Solar Recharge, and a lot of times I didn't. I always had Monster Reincarnation. I thought that was better. 1 Heavy Storm for Back Row Hatred, 1 Cold Wave for the OTK line, and then the 1 Pot of Avarice. I've seen people playing 3 of this and no reincarnation. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I like this card, but at the same time, you want to have your Lightsworn monsters engraved for JD. So there's not a lot that you're putting back, unless you're putting back like duplicates, or you're putting back like Gorge, Tragodia, Play Shredder, stuff like that. So I think at 1 it's fine. I ended up milling it a lot. This actually came in clutch against the Gladiator Beast player. I was top decking, and the only way I win there is because, I mean, I was down to 7 cards in deck, and I drew this, and was able to put the JD back and drew Honest JD to win. And got very lucky doing that based off of Avarice. So I said, I think it's good at 1. I don't think more than 1 is necessary. And then traps. 3 Threatening Roar. Especially with those decks that push a lot harder than Lightsworn does, or if you're playing the Mirror. Blackwings also are very aggressive, so being able to slow them down for a turn is kind of nice. And then the final rest of the traps, Call the Haunted and Mirror Force. Call the Haunted for cards like Lila. You can also bring back anything if you want to be able to go into synchro plays. Like say you steal like an Urbellum or a Plate Shredder, do this, be able to synchro summon is really nice with their monster. That's it for the main deck. We're going to do the side first because the side is kind of interesting. First thing is first is we do have the 1 Cyber Dragon. We do play Chimera Tech Fortress in the extra deck. For players who play any type of Machina decks, or people also playing any type of machine variants. This is just really good to have at 1. 2 DD Crow for the Lightsworn matchup, also for the value matchup. Be able to get rid of the value so they can't synchro from there. Synchro from the grave. It's also good against Blizzard. Being able to DD Crow their targets, so it's still really good. 1 Thunder King Ryo. This one's kind of self-explanatory. They can't add, and then they can negate an inherent special summon, so when they synchro summon, you distribute this off and it just goes away. 1 Mind Control, 1 Lightning Vortex, 1 Smashing Ground, 1 MST. Mind Control, like I said, you can steal one of their monsters and then synchro with it, or you can, tribute it off for whatever. I think, unless I can't read. No, it can't be tributed, but it's used for synchro material more times than not. And then just kind of board removal. 2 Decree. I hate seeing cards like Royal Oppression, Mirror Force, Torrential. Just this is the way to stop it. That's pretty much all it is. 1 Royal Oppression. Because my deck special summons a lot. This is kind of good for grind game. The only, like I said, it works for both players, which really sucks. But it's good if they're trying to go full combo on you, and you can just stop them any like at the choke points. Imperial Iron Wall, again for value. Also, this gets around bottomless. Sherman monster may die, but bottomless. But it doesn't get it stops me from being able to banish my stuff, which is really nice. Then finally, Mask of Restrict. I hate Caius with a passion. I was doing some testing with a friend earlier today, and they were playing Frogs, and I realized how much I hate Monarchs and Vanity Fiend. So, no, stop it. So that's pretty much it for the side deck. There's also the side deck is supposed to have 2 Consecrated Light, but I don't have those. But that's something I would put into the side deck. Time to get into the extra. The extra is pretty much it's very standard. Like I said, it's very circumstantial. So obviously the 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, the 1 Mistworm, Colossal Fighter, Thought Ruler, Red Dragon Archfiend, Stardust, X-Saber Urbellum. I am playing this. I think this card is amazing. Just because it can also snipe cards out of hand, snipe cards out of your opponent's hand, especially when it's a clear board. So it kills their advantage while gaining yours. Black Rose, Brio, Flameville. I never make. A lot of these cards I don't ever make. Goyo. Just stop sliding away. Cataster, Android, and Armory Arm. Again, the extra deck's pretty self-explanatory. It's all kind of generic, all kind of the same. But that's the deck, guys. Any questions on maybe things you can do to update the deck? Please let me know. This is Braden from Team Firing Squad saying good luck and have fun. Last moment, I do want to give a big shout out to Shenanigans Gaming here in San Antonio, Texas for hosting a tournament today. A lot of times we have difficulty with turnouts here. I'm glad we were able to get one going today, and we do hope we can get more videos to you guys in the future. Peace.